Wait a moment, stop and think. Those pieces of paper we hold in our hands, the coins in our pockets, or the numbers we see on our phone screens. What are they really, and how do they work? In his book, Money, the True Story of a Made-Up Thing, Jacob Goldstein tells us something striking. Money is actually a story we all agree on. So money isn't a tangible object, it's a shared belief people hold in each other. A 100 Turkish lira bill has no value in and of itself. But you, me, and the guy at the grocery store believe we can shop with it. And that belief is what turns that piece of paper into money. In ancient times, there was no such thing as money. People met their needs through barter. A farmer would give wheat and get a goat in return. But this system had a major problem. What if the goat owner didn't want the wheat, or if the goat was much more valuable than the wheat? This incompatibility problem forced people to find a common measure of value. This is how the foundation of money was laid. The first coins were seashells, stones, salt, or pieces of metal. These objects were things everyone found valuable and accepted. In short, money has always been a symbol of collective trust ever since. Then states and kings stepped in. The first coins were minted. They bore the faces of kings because people trusted, the king has approved this coin. This trust transformed money from mere metal into a guarantee of authority. But conducting large trade with gold and silver coins was very difficult. They were heavy and risky to carry. That's when people developed the idea of a promise on a piece of paper. The first banknotes essentially said, "Bring this paper, receive gold in return." In other words, that paper was a promise, a kind of IOU document. The essence of money was still based on trust, but no longer on physical value, but on a promise. Over time, people realized that everyone was already accepting those paper currencies. No one really wanted gold. People already believed that paper currency was valuable. This is where a revolutionary idea was born. It's okay if it's not gold. Thus, the era of fiat money began. Fiat means "so be it" in Latin. In other words, it's money because the state says this paper currency is. The value of money no longer came from gold, but from the power of the state and the people's faith. The Turkish lira, dollars, or euros we use today, none of them have gold backing. They exist simply because we believe. The heart of money remains the same: trust. And when that trust is shaken, the system collapses. History has many examples of this. In Germany in the 1920s, a loaf of bread cost 5 marks in the morning and 50 marks in the evening, because people no longer believed in the value of those paper currencies. The same thing happened in Venezuela and Zimbabwe. Money remained paper but lost its meaning. Goldstein then brings us to the modern age. We no longer carry money in our pockets, but on our screens. The numbers we see on phone apps and bank accounts are more powerful than actual money. But in reality, those numbers are also entirely digital words. So when the bank deposits 1,000 Turkish lira into your account, nothing physical actually moves. Only the data on the computers changes. This is the pinnacle of money's abstraction. Money no longer has sound, smell, or weight, yet everyone still believes in those numbers. And this belief keeps the system afloat. Here, Goldstein reveals a startling truth. Banks also create money. When a bank gives you a loan, it doesn't take that money out of its coffers because it didn't actually exist. The moment you receive the loan, new money is created on the computer. In other words, in the modern world, money often comes into being with the click of a button. While this may sound strange, the entire system is based on it. Banks create new money by lending, following rules set by the state, and this money begins to circulate in the economy. That's why Goldstein says, money is no longer an object, it's a process. So who controls this system? The answer: central banks. They act as drivers, setting the pace of the economy. They direct people's willingness to spend and borrow by changing interest rates. If interest rates fall, people take out loans and the economy accelerates. If interest rates rise, people turn to saving and the economy slows down. But the entire system is still built on the same foundation: trust. If people don't trust the central bank, the government, or the economy, even the strongest currency loses value. So how money works isn't just a matter of mathematics, it's a matter of psychology. In conclusion, money is neither paper nor metal, nor merely a digital code. Money is an idea. It is a promise, a relationship of trust and agreement. As long as we believe in it, money exists. But if that belief ends, even the largest bill becomes just another piece of paper.